the state rules.
CBS 47, Fox 30 Action News Jax's Robert Grant reports Baker County takes on Orange Park in their first away game of the season this Friday.
And the founder of Jelly Belly Candies holding a contest that would make Willy Wonka proud.
David flying in a video message saying golden tickets will be hidden in every state. Those lucky enough to find them will receive $5,000. And the grand prize?
The winner will be receiving a key to our candy, one of our candy bars.
But there's one not-so-sweet catch. Participants will have to pay about $50 to receive their state's riddle for finding the ticket. Steve Rappaport, Fox News.
WOKV News Sun, 748.
I may drop an unpopular opinion here on the table, but I just have to. I like Brock's original jelly beans more. The Jelly Belly are good, but the wild flavors and whatnot, just the traditional Brock's jelly beans.
Let's open up the phone lines. 2 hours of program.
First Coast Home Pros has teams of specialists to clean your home inside and out, including pressure washing, window cleaning, and gutter cleaning. More at firstcoasthomepros.com. Our goal is to be the best service company you've ever invited into your home. The University of North Florida, a nationally ranked institution strategically focused on meeting the community's greatest needs. UNF is preparing talent and driving economic impact for the First Coast and beyond. Uniquely UNF. Learn more at unf.edu. Marks Gray, dedicated to helping Florida's businesses manage their complex legal issues for more than 120 years. Marks Gray is proud to support WJCT and public broadcasting. Learn more at marksgray.com. Offices in Jacksonville.
It's about 10 minutes before 8. You're listening to WJCT News 89.9.
Today in music history from Anthology, September 9th, 1975. The TV series Welcome Back Kotter debuts on ABC. The theme song, written by John Sebastian of the Love and Spoonful fame, goes to #1 in America in 1976. I'm David Luckett. Hear John Sebastian and the Love and Spoonful on Anthology on the WJCT app.
Want an Academy Award? Think about diversity and inclusion.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by Progressive Insurance, committed to offering a streamlined shopping experience where home and auto can be bundled together. Now that's Progressive. Learn more at Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
I'm David Brancaccio. From banking to healthcare and beyond, industries have embraced diversity. Now an industry with a key role in shaping culture, Hollywood, is increasing the pressure. The Academy behind the Oscars has announced what it calls representation and inclusion standards that will apply to any film vying in the Oscar category of Best Picture. Marketplace's Scott Tanya is here. This may be about social justice, but also, the market?
Also the audience. This is to appeal to the global and diverse buyers of the product, according to the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. So starting in 2024, any film competing for Best Picture has to meet some new standards. For instance, at least one lead actor or significant supporting actor has to come from an underrepresented group. The creative team, the cinematographer, casting director, etc. has to meet certain diversity metrics. There are standards for access to internships and jobs and marketing and distribution. Now, a film doesn't have to meet every one of these standards, David, but big changes here.
All right, what's the data on representation in movies?
Well, a couple numbers from the University of Southern California's recent analysis. The ratio of male characters with speaking roles to females is more than 2 to 1. The percent of top female directors is 4.5%. And 5% of characters with speaking roles are Latino, even though they're 18% of the population.
Everyone embracing last night's announcement?
No. The actress Kirstie Alley compared this to telling Picasso what to put in his blankety-blank paintings. So let the debate begin.
All right, Scott, thank you. The exercise-at-home company Peloton has been having a fine pandemic with people leery of gyms. It's got a new, even more expensive classic trainer bike on the way and is cutting the price of its original multimedia one to under $2,000 ahead of Peloton's quarterly results later this week. Here's Marketplace's Erica Barris.
Before the pandemic, Peloton's pricey interconnected exercise equipment appealed to a certain demographic. Then came stay-at-home orders. Peloton sales grew and grew, and now according to Landon Luxembourg, an analyst with Third Bridge, Peloton is essentially saying,
we've already captured the people that we were able to capture during the pandemic. Now let's expand our base even more, and one way to do this is to provide a lower price piece of hardware.
Peloton also offers subscriptions for exercise streaming classes, but now lots of gyms and studios have live online classes too. Walter Thompson is the former president of the American College of Sports Medicine. He says the competition is heating up as the pandemic heads into the fall, and these sports tech companies may realize that Americans are thinking,
I know it's going to be cold, and I'm not going to want to go outside, so I need an alternative.
And for those customers, Peloton and other companies may be betting that interconnected exercise equipment is that alternative. I'm Erica Barris, Marketplace.
After 3 days of plunging technology stocks, some stabilization today. The NASDAQ future at the moment up 1.4%. The S&P future up 0.6%. Tesla stock fell by the most ever yesterday, down 21%. That's more than a fifth of its value, right? The stock is up 6% in the market now.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by Fidelity Wealth Management, where advisors work with their clients to develop flexible investment strategies that evolve as their needs change. Fidelity.com/wealth. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. And by Avalara, simplifying sales tax compliance with cloud-based solutions. Avalara automatically integrates with more than 700 of the most widely used ERP and e-commerce solutions. Avalara, tax compliance done right.
The Agriculture Department this morning is set to release its latest assessment of food insecurity. It's a global problem made worse by the pandemic. Here's my Marketplace colleague, the BBC's Victoria Craig.
Globally, 61% of people work in the informal economy. That's according to aid and development charity Oxfam International. Domestic workers, street vendors, taxi and delivery drivers, all daily wage earners whose livelihoods were taken away when coronavirus required shutdowns around the world. That meant for many who were without daily work, money dried up, and so did meals. Matthew Triscott, Oxfam International's head of humanitarian policy, says this year about 121 million people have been pushed to the edge of starvation.
And that, of course, is across the main hotspots, the ones you would expect: Yemen, Democratic Republic of Congo, Afghanistan, Venezuela, South Sudan. But we're also seeing hunger coming up in otherwise sort of middle-income developing countries: India, South Africa, Brazil, etc.
That's because when such a large proportion of the population is forced to stay home, either by sickness or government regulation, they're at greater risk of long-term exposure to hunger.
If you take people who are living day-to-day selling milk, if they can't sell milk for a few days, it gets to a point where they then have to do something to have food and income, and it comes to the point where they then have to sell their means of income, so selling the cow, which had been providing them milk, and they then can't go back to generate that income. And the same happens in sort of urban areas where people who have been, for instance, taxi drivers, after so long of not being able to take fares and give taxi rides, they eventually then have to start selling off assets to cope, and that's where we're really seeing this potential long-term structural breakdown.
To combat those effects, Oxfam International has proposed a range of solutions, including $10.3 billion in humanitarian aid, cancellation of poor nations' debt to pay for food and reinvest in agriculture, and build a more robust food system that can withstand shocks like this pandemic. If that doesn't happen, the consequences of food insecurity could become longer-term problems for nations of all sizes. Here's Professor Dominic Moore, who studies resource economics at the University of Edinburgh.
There's an aspect of child nutrition. Children's IQ and development is stunted, with human capital to greatly over the long term due to their inability to flourish.
He explained other potential long-term economic effects of COVID-19 fueled recessions include lower investments in food supply by farmers and international organizations, and long-term unemployment, which limits an individual's ability to both find new work and access food due to loss of income. In London, I'm the BBC's Victoria Craig for Marketplace.
In an era where lines for food pantries are long, it's hard to spare much headspace for the following parties. There is news just now that the Moet et Chandon champagne people at LVMH will not be able to take over Tiffany